What's up, everybody? Welcome to Real Men, Real Talk, uncomfortable conversations in the world's most comfortable underwear. I am joined by Mr. Tilghman. Welcome.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the episode. We're going to have some fun today.
Yes, we are. Today's episode, size does matter. That's right, we are talking about penis size and how that matters to you. But we're going to go a direction we think will be an unexpected direction with this conversation. Before we get on with the episode, our question for you today, what is the craziest position you've ever worn your Johnson, your Frank, in your underwear all day long? Have you done one of those slap it across the left or the right? Have you put it up in the waistband? There are all sorts of methods to do this. So love to hear from you guys. Where have you worn it and how did that go? Because I'll tell you, for me, when I was dealing with constrictive underwear and that sucker was slapped up on this side of my leg, that was the most sweat I have ever had in my pants in one day. It was awful. It was terrible.
Sounds awful.
Yeah, it was terrible. Okay, but you don't want to hear gross stuff like that. So if you've been loving the content that we've been putting out, be sure to like this video, comment, and subscribe. Yes, we do read those comments and reply to them. On with the episode. All right, Tilghman, I want you to start us off with a story of your high school coach. No, get your mind out of the gutter, but wait, we're already in the gutter. All right, let's go.
Funny story. In high school, when pouch underwear was not a thing, or it might have been, I don't know, but Real Men was not. Our wrestling coach, he was probably about 5'6", and he had this walk. All right. And every time anybody asks him, like, hey, coach, what are you walking for? What you walking funny for? And he's like, well, because I got a big penis. Of course, he'd say another word, but for YouTube purposes, we're going to keep it a penis, right? So,
yes.
And so I was like, okay. And anytime anybody asks him, he's like, well, he's got a big old penis, coach over there. He's packing, coach is packing type deal, because he'd be proud to tell everybody like that, but he'd walk so like his legs would straddle so much, like he'd been riding horses his whole life, so he'd just walk like that, and we just thought it was funny. But now I know he was just uncomfortable.
Yeah, and why was he uncomfortable?
Dude, because he wasn't wearing the right pair of underwear. I guarantee it. He was probably one of those down the leg kind of guys, 50, 60 years old. And I know he wasn't going to get caught dead in a singlet anymore because he didn't wrestle anymore. He just coached it. But
yeah,
I feel like it comes down to maybe he was on the larger side. He just couldn't get himself comfortable, and that's why I had to walk the way he walked. Of course, I know he had straddle, those bow legs a little bit, but he made fun of himself and just went with it type deal.
Okay. Yeah, I also, part of me thinks it could have been just, he might have not been big at all and he just walked weird. And he's just trying to, do that big macho guy sort of facade.
Yeah.
And I get it. I get it why he would do that. But isn't that so interesting that we feel like we've got to say, oh yeah, I'm loaded. I'm hung like a horse.
Yeah.
As men. And I remember, like me, like I've been in locker rooms and I remember the insecurity that you feel of like getting changed in a locker room, especially when you're the young guy in the room and you're surrounded by like the seniors and the juniors or whatever, and you're like 8th, 9th grade,
Those are
you're like, yeah, like you are 100% gonna get picked on just because you're the young guy, but you definitely don't want to give them any more ammunition to pick on you. So you just like, hide in the corner and change. Like, God bless you guys if you were confident. God bless you. But I know that fear of changing and just not wanting to give anybody opportunity to make fun of you. So we posture, we pose, we're like, oh yeah, like I'm huge, I'm loaded, my girlfriend loves it. That sort of stuff. We wanted to come at you today with some statistics to hopefully dismantle this a little bit. All right, let me pull these up.
I'll say one thing too. The high school locker room was the high school locker room is interesting because it's kind of like what you said, Chris. Like, oh, my lady loves it, but it's funny because some of the guys that would get made fun of had like the best looking girlfriends in high school, and so what's that tell you?
Hey, you know what? Here's a crazy thing. Maybe they were really decent and good people.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be weird. Maybe having a relationship with somebody is so much more to do with you as a person and how you treat that person.
Yep.
Maybe that guy was a little weird, but he was also really sensitive, really caring, and knew how to listen. Wow. Go figure that would
Wow.
actually attract somebody.
Yeah, but we're talking high school, Chris. Come on now.
I don't know.
Hormones are high in high school, man.
They are, but it's been interesting as I look across the landscape of young men. It's so funny to run into a guy who actually listens
Yeah.
and isn't, isn't behaving like a butthole. All right. It's and honestly, I love those guys. Like I want to spend time with them. I want to be like, "Hey, how do you live your life? Like what are you doing? Tell me your secrets, oh wise one." That sort of stuff.
Jeez.
Sensei. Yeah. Okay, but we digress. Let's get on with some statistics. Okay, first of all, let's hit the averages. So in case you didn't know it, guys, a lot of us are just pretty normal. So research consistently shows the average erect penis is between 5.1 and 5.5 inches in length. We're not talking 12 inches. We're not talking no inches. Average penis length, 5.1 to 5.5 erect, and about 4.5 to 4.7 inches in girth. Okay. And then flaccid, the average is around 3.6 inches long. Okay. You're always going to have extremes, and we're always going to want to highlight the extremes, whether that's the small or the large. But most guys just fall right there in the middle. All right. So I just want to dispel that. So then why are we so insecure about our penis size if that's the average? Well, honestly, partly because of society, partly because the things that are on the extremes get the attention. So a guy is not going to go taking a selfie if he's just an average guy. Only the big guys want to really show it off, generally speaking. Unless they're more modest individuals. Like there's guys out there who are loaded, hung like a horse, and they won't say the first thing about it. So a little bit of a comparison here. Who do we see on Instagram all the time when it comes to like success? We always see the most successful people, the most beautifully decorated house, the guy with the really cool cars or the most cars, or the guy who lives, in Cabo or whatever. We tend to elevate those extremes. But guys, most of us are not going to have millions of dollars. Most of us have a pretty normal looking home. We in America have a problem with, I don't mean just showing too much skin. I mean, if you go on Instagram, you are seeing lifestyle. You are seeing all sorts of lifestyles that are unattainable for you. You're seeing the high living, the high rolling, or the most crunchy, like they're living completely off grid, except of course for their Instagram account. So you are getting inundated with pictures of lifestyles that are not normal. So we should let go of this fallacy that fallacy, see what I did there? We should let go of this phallic fallacy and just live our normal life. Just be satisfied with what you've got. All right. And yes, there's operations out there and you can do all that sort of stuff, but it's amazing how just being content with what you've got is actually way better than trying to make yourself into whatever you think the ideal penis size is. So to be in the 98th or 99th percentile of erect length, that means you're larger than 98 to 99% of all men on Earth. Man's erect length would need to be right around 7.5 to 8 inches long. Not as long as I thought it was. I thought to be in the 99th, you'd have to be like a 10. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually kind of on the shorter side than I thought too. So, because
Yeah.
you hear about those guys that are like Subway footlongs, it's like what, it's like hold on, dude, what? Like, is that real? It's just like, well,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. So to be so you said in the 90th percentile, you got to be between 7.5 and 8.
98 to 99th percentile. You have to be only 7.5 to 8 inches long when erect. That's crazy. Like I legitimately did not know that before researching this. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna really just lay it out there. See what I did there? It's about the content of your heart. It's about how you treat people. It matters so much how you treat the other person. It's not about a measurement. It's not about a mark on your ruler. Okay. Whether it be girth or length. So I leave that with you guys to think about. I wanted to back this up with statistics that I see all the time. Guess what pouch size at Real Men sells most? B size. All right. B. Now, that's not obviously talking about just length because your pouch size is made up of your testicles and your penis. It's total volume here. All right. But B size, like if what we thought about the world was true, wouldn't you think that the D would be a lot more common? And yeah, like 30% of our guys wear the C pouch. Now that obviously doesn't say exactly how big they are because like some guys like a looser fit, some guys like a tighter fit. But it's amazing how many people fall right there in the middle. Like, so 70% of our customers are B, C. So if you're looking for a pair of underwear, by the way, we sell them.
Hey.
This is our A size pouch. And look at the room that you get. That is an A pouch, people. That is not even getting to our next size up. You will have incredible separation, super soft modal fabric. On this one, you have easy access. All right, shameless plug there. I'm sorry, I'm done.
Chris is starting to talk about underwear.
Yeah.
Give him a
All
microphone.
Right. So guys, if you haven't, feel better about yourself. Man, it is about the content of your heart, not the size of your junk. And next episode, we're actually going to talk about our junk some more, believe it or not. We're going to actually talk about the different ways that men wear themselves, whether they're on the left, the right, straight up, packed in tight, hanging loose. There's all sorts of ways that men have tried to cope with uncomfortable underwear. And we're going to try to offer a solution. Guess what it is? It's a pair of pouch underwear.
The best underwear ever.
Yeah. So guys, we love you. We hope that this episode has made you feel just a little bit burdened. It is about who you are. It is about the man that you are becoming. It is about the decisions that you are making and how you treat people every day. With that being said, we will see you next time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We do read those comments. Your likes will help push this video in the algorithm. And hey, ring that bell so you get notified when we drop a new video.
Hopefully we feel better about ourselves and, just be a good person, man. And wear real men underwear. Be a good person and you're real men. That's all you got to do.
Yeah. Fire crap. We like it.
It's amazing.
All right. Okay, now we're really gone.